Hello everybody. Welcome back to another daily vlog. I'm sitting outside because it's nice and peaceful out here, although it is kind of hot and kind of muggy. I got my iced coffee. I'm working on number 2 iced coffees. I like this little cup my secret sister gave me because it's like a smaller iced coffee and then like it doesn't melt as fast, and so I can drink 2 a lot better than like one big one. There's also a lawnmower going, so I hope y'all can hear me okay. So let me kind of recap everything that happened at David's doctor's appointment this morning, and then I'll kind of tell you what our plan is for the day, what I have going on. I am not going to be unproductive today. I'm going to be productive. Yesterday it was just like recovery from the trip. Today I'm trying to get some stuff knocked out. So David had his appointment with our primary care doctor today. And it went well. So he's not convinced it's his gallbladder just because the symptoms he had is just kind of strange. It could be. Like, he's like, I'm not ruling it out. I think it still could be. But he wants him to have another scan that kind of shows more of the gallbladder function, like how much it's functioning. And I'm probably going to get this wrong because it's gone through David then into me, like telephone. But he told David that your gallbladder, when you eat like a fatty meal, so that's like the hardest it works, I guess, is when you eat like fat. So it should release like 75% of its contents to help, break down the fat and all that. And he said if it's not functioning well, it may only like release 15%, and then you can have major issues. So he wants him to have this scan done to just see how the gallbladder is functioning, because he's like, obviously if it's, if your gallbladder is okay, I don't want to take it out and then, unless we know for sure. So he had more blood work done just so he could get an updated, like we had lab work done at the ER. He wanted to see it again because there was a couple of numbers that were a little bit high, like infection, maybe infection or something, or like inflammation. So he wanted to run that again, and that looked, to me, it looked bad. Like everything looked normal to me when I looked at his results from this morning. Of course, I'm not a doctor, but just looking at it, it looked like most everything was normal. He wanted to run a couple more like blood work things, and he is referring him to a surgeon. So he'll have the scan done and he'll talk to a surgeon to see, do I need my gallbladder out? Is it not that? What their opinion is. So our doctor is super thorough, and he moves really quickly with stuff. So I knew that he's in like the best hands, seeing him and kind of getting his take on everything. Because David already has that ultrasound scan we did at the ER, he doesn't have to have that done. So that's good. We are kind of fast tracked through that. So anyway, it's more waiting. He's doing okay now. Like we've been like concentrating on super low fat. And the doctor also said, like, while we're waiting, especially really watch what you're eating, low fat, try to make good choices, which he has. And that's another thing, like he has been making really, like we've been eating really healthy. However, we have vacation, 4th of July. And so he's like, it could just be your body's like, what in the world have you done? Although David didn't go crazy, he definitely ate some things that, we haven't normally been eating. So I don't think it's just that, and neither does the doctor, but it could be contributing. So anyway, y'all keep us in your prayers. I don't want him to have his gallbladder taken out unless he needs it, obviously. So we're in good hands, and we're just being patient to wait through the process. And I'm glad that he's not hurting anymore. He's not having any really bad symptoms anymore. So that's good. He's at work. Me and the kids are hanging out. Well, not hanging out. I've been busy. I got a shower this morning. And I've been unpacking a suitcase, doing some laundry, not even doing laundry, but just putting all the laundry that I did yesterday away, which is my least favorite part, just kind of straightening up a little bit. It is almost lunchtime for the kids, so I'm going to make them a lunch. And then I told them we were looking at our bucket list because we've created a summer bucket list. Most of y'all know that. And there's still several things on it, so I'm trying to like get stuff knocked out. And one of the things, and it's like, I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's so dreary out today. It rained a lot yesterday. I think we're supposed to get more rain today. So we're kind of limited on things we can do to cross this list off. But one of the things is try a new food. And so my boys are not going to be super thrilled with this, but when you have picky eaters, you celebrate anything they're willing to try. I told them, like, if it's a new flavor of chip, if it's a new flavor of candy, like, I don't care. It's just something new. You get to go, we're going to go to the store and they get to pick it out. It could be, like, for Lucy, it may be a new fruit that she's never had or a new meal. Like, I don't care what it is. Anything that they've never had, they can pick up one thing they've never had and we're going to try it. So that is what we're going to do today. Also on the list is an Italian dinner. So I thought that we could get the stuff for that, and I think I can make that low fat. You know, we've been doing more low carb, so it's kind of a little bit of a change. I still want to make sure we're doing high protein, but until David's gallbladder thing's situated, we're not going to worry about carbs as much as fat right now, especially for him. So I think if I do like a protein pasta with like some marinara sauce, and I have some turkey meatballs that are low in fat, so we're gonna do those. I think I can make like a pretty low fat meal, and I'll do like a salad. I need to get some like low fat dressing because all the dressing we have is just normal. I have some sugar free, but it's not low fat, so it's kind of like making me think outside the box too. Lucy loves pasta and marinara sauce and that, so she's gonna be thrilled. For Nate, we might do like a homemade pizza. Mark's not going to eat anything Italian, so for him, I'll probably do something else. Anyway, so that's kind of the plan for the day. We're going to go to the store later on. We're going to eat lunch and all that first, and then go to the store. I don't like taking the kids when they're hungry to the store, or myself when we're, you know, when you're hungry, you go to the store, you spend like $1 million. There is bugs all over me, so I'm going to go inside. I'm going to keep unpacking, straightening, cleaning. We are going out of town again next week for my mom to see my mom and dad. We always go at least 1 week in the summer to see them, and we were supposed to go at spring break, and then we weren't able to because David's grandma passed away. So we haven't seen my mom and dad. Well, they've come here, but we haven't been back to their house and seen cousins and all of that since Christmas. So we're excited to be able to go do that. So I just want to, like, before we leave, have the house picked up, and towards the end of the week, I want to prep some meals for David, especially since he's going to be eating this way, so that he doesn't have to go out or anything like that. So I'm going to go inside because I'm going to be like carried away by the mosquitoes. Y'all come hang out with me today. I will definitely let you guys know. Maybe we'll take you with us to the grocery store. It's always a little bit of chaotic craziness when I take all 3 of the kids. We always go. I try to only take them for like quick things like this. Like, we're not doing a whole big shopping trip, you know, just a little outing. So stay tuned. So we are back. Whoa. Oh my gosh. I wish y'all could have like been a fly on the wall of that shopping trip because it was just hilarious. Nate and Mark are both like creatures of habit, and trying anything new, even if it's not seemingly a big deal, is a big deal for them. And so I was explaining to Nate that he had to try something, get something that was new. And so he struggled for a little bit. He was like, I want Doritos. I'm like, well, you can try a new flavor of Doritos, but we've had Doritos a bunch, and we have Doritos at home. So we want to try something different. And then he would say, okay, I want Lay's. I'm like, okay, a different flavor of Lay's, but you've had Lay's. And so he went through like all of that with all of his food. And I told him, like, let's just walk through the aisles and maybe we'll see something that you want to try. Well, for Mark too, he was like, I don't want to try anything new. Mark, he's even pickier than Nate. And anything that's a different brand, is a different shape, it's a different anything. We need to do this with them like once a month or something. Even if it's, like I said, nothing that exciting that they're trying. But anyway, they decided on, Lucy got ramen, which she is like, she had ramen noodles without the seasoning, just like the noodles, a long time ago. She didn't like it. She's like, it didn't taste like anything. I'm like, well, that's because you didn't put the seasoning pack in it. It's just bland noodles. So she's like, I want to try it with the seasoning. So she picked out ramen. I think she'll like it. I mean, she loves noodles. She loves that kind of stuff. So she got ramen. Nate ended up going for cheese popcorn. He loves popcorn. I said, this would be great, Nate. It's like Dorito cheese on a popcorn. You know, you should try it. So he picked that out. We also thought about Fritos, which I don't think he's ever tried. So I asked him which one, Fritos or cheese popcorn. He picked the cheese popcorn. And then Mark picked out those animal cookies that are like coated in the icing and have sprinkles on them, like the circus ones. He likes the iced animal cookies, but not like the completely coated ones. Again, this is not a big deal. It's just a different animal cookie, but for him, it's a huge deal that he would try it. So he hasn't tried it yet. He wanted to wait till after dinner. Nate did try the cheese popcorn and did not like it. And that's still a win. I've told him, see, like you tried it, you don't like it. Okay, no big deal. We'll move on to something else. So he wasn't crazy about that, but he did try it. So I'm proud of him. And Lucy's going to try her ramen probably tomorrow for lunch. And then on the way home, we passed by the church and I was like, oh, look, there's Daddy's car. Everybody wave to Daddy. And they were like, can we see him? And so I called David and asked if he was busy, and he wasn't too busy. And so he came out and just gave everybody a hug, and they were so excited to see him. So that was our fun little outing. And we didn't get rained on. So that's great. I'm going to do a few things around the house, and then I'm going to sit down and read. I have not read my book since we left the pool, and I don't want the loan to end without me finishing this book. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time reading, and then it won't be long, and it'll be time for dinner. I mean, seriously, just got a few hours, and it's going to be time for me to make dinner. I did buy some protein pasta that's low in fat. We're going to put some marinara on there. I forgot to buy dressing. So I think I have, maybe I'll just do like a little tiny bit. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But anyway, stay tuned. I'll show you guys what else happens today. Come hang out with me and Layla. Layla, she is the coziest girl. She always just wants to be held and loved on. Don't you? She's just a sweetheart. Okay, so I read for a little while, and then it was time to make dinner. And so that came together really quickly. Y'all, the lighting in here is awful. So I told y'all I forgot the dressing. And so I was in here thinking, I was like, oh, I could just make some because I have Greek yogurt and I have a ranch packet. So I'll just make the dressing. So I made it and had it in the fridge. And then I went to chop up the lettuce, and my lettuce had gone bad, which I just used a head of lettuce last night and it was fine. So that the last two heads were bad. So we had to scratch the lettuce. Anyway, so where was I going with that? So we didn't have a salad, but we had the protein pasta, turkey meatballs. Okay, my camera, I don't know if it's my camera or my memory card, but it's just been randomly shutting off like mid-sentence. Anyway, so we had the protein pasta, marinara, turkey meatballs. I made some garlic bread with just sandwich bread, and it was actually really good. It was the Barilla protein pasta, and I thought it was a little better than like the chickpea pasta, which I also like. And very filling. Like I served myself a bowl of it and I couldn't even finish it. It definitely was more filling than like regular pasta. And you could tell it was a little bit of a different taste, but not majorly. It was really good. David is playing video games with the kids, so they're having fun. I'm going to read a little bit more. I'm really trying to finish this book. It's called The Flight Attendant, and I told y'all, I think last time, that it's just kind of slow. It's good, but it's a little bit slow. I'm having a little trouble with it. I think I'm like 60% done according to my Kindle app, or according to my Kindle. And I'm dedicated to finish it. I cannot even think straight because my camera looks so weird. And I'm worried it's going to shut off again. But anyway, also Mark tried the animal cookies and he liked them. So that's a win. It's not that exciting that he likes a cookie, but you know, anything that we can add to the list of stuff he eats is a win in my book. I also had David stop by the store for me and pick up a couple things for church tomorrow. I'm going to do, like, we're in this like healthy eating study at on Wednesday nights at church with the kids. So I thought I would try to come up with a healthy snack we could make together. And I decided on doing frozen bananas. I thought that would be like chocolate covered bananas. I thought that would be so exciting because it's summer, it's hot. So I asked him to get some chocolate and bananas and popsicle sticks. Here it goes again. It's about to cut me off. I have a bad feeling that my camera is on its last leg, and that's not good. It does this like exclamation point flashing, and then it just turns off. So not good. Anyway, we're gonna do the frozen bananas tomorrow, and then I thought we could like put them in sprinkles, and I think the kids will get a kick out of that, and it'll be like a healthy sweet treat. That's gonna be it for today, y'all. It's not been super exciting, but I did get some housework done. It's hitting me that we only have a few more days really before we're going to be going out of town again. And I really wanted to prep some meals for David, and like I've got to get on that if that's going to happen. So stay tuned. We'll see how it goes. We also got to film the podcast. I don't know if we'll do that today or Thursday, or not today, tomorrow or Thursday. Anyway, stay tuned, everyone. If you're still watching, leave me some sort of spaghetti emoji if there is that pasta in honor of our Italian dinner that we had that was low fat and high in protein. The turkey meatballs from Great Value are just, I love them. Some people hate them. They're different, but I like them because they're not greasy like regular meatballs. And they are very high in protein, and they're much lower in fat than regular meatballs. So that was really good. Here it goes again. I love you guys. It's about to cut me off. If you liked today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Definitely subscribe if you're new. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.
It was a Thursday night when I first saw you. Those green eyes caught me. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a Friday night when I first kissed you.